Why do we need independent doctors? Great question for Dr. Charley Webb on the Functional Forum.
So before we get to packaging, I want to cover a few things on this. I can't cover these tonight, but some of the things that take place once you decide, I want to stay in private practice, I want to run the practice of my dreams and deliver the kind of care that I know that I should and what I can, you're going to have to learn to promote yourself. And promoting yourself, when you're in an insurance practice, you find that you get people coming to you because you're on their insurance. If you're a specialist, if you're in cardiology, you get other practitioners referring to you, et cetera. When you go at it to where you're doing more of a proactive approach, you step away from that. That doesn't mean you can't have a hybrid practice. That doesn't mean you can't still have insurance, but you're going to be working with people delivering services that aren't necessarily covered. So your public needs to know who you are. There's plenty of people that need you, but we don't know how to get out and promote ourselves. Whether that is, James has got a book here, that's a promotion piece. Having lessons on YouTube, having webinars, speaking publicly, et cetera. Having these meetup groups like he talked about. These are all things to promote. Number two, patients who sign up, pre-education. Too often, we expect people to come in and we get confused. Someone comes in our practice, we know they need that help, and then they don't sign up for our cash services, and we're wondering what's happened. There's not a pre-education process taking place, meaning when I did have my practice, no one came into my practice for a consultation that hadn't gone through some type of pre-education. Again, whether that was online, video, webinar, live talk, what have you. And then there's the point of when they do come in, that consultation, I'm going to call that positioning, because how you communicate to that prospective person in front of you, that prospective patient, means all the difference in the world whether they're going to move forward or not. And it starts with listening to find out really where they're going. I'll talk about that a little later. But positioning is going to be important, because if this doesn't take place, again, talking to that person in front of you about what it's going to take to move forward, what those services are, and what the investment is not going to go anywhere. So I can't cover these today. James had asked me, hey, can you cover this, Charlie? Can you cover this packaging so these doctors really understand that this is the way to go?
Hello, my name's James Maskell. I'm the founder of the Evolution of Medicine, and today we're here to talk about the 5 steps to becoming a leader in your local natural health community. So we've created this awesome diagram so that you can follow along to see the 5 ways that you need to do. But the first and most important is your clinical practice. You have to do great medicine. And that's what we've encouraged, and that's why it's in the middle of this concentric circle diagram. The first thing you have to get right is your practice and your clinical practice. And there are plenty of education tools, there's plenty of content on the Functional Forum to show you how you can do that. The second thing is you can't have any impact without the right clinical and practical team around you in your practice. You really need to have great front desk people, great other clinicians in your practice that can help you to deliver this great medicine, this great blueprint to your community. So that's the second phase. The third thing you need to do to become a leader in your community is to develop a really strong relationship and network of your peers. And that's why we started the Functional Forum meetup, to be able to get together monthly with a group of professionals in your area and develop that sense of community. You can get referrals of people that you might refer out to, and also people that would refer to you. So we've made it really easy to do that, and we have a structure to make, to be able to engage that community. The fourth thing, and this is the outer ring here, is to actually engage with those groups in your community that are already invested in this process. Think of anyone who goes to CrossFit or anyone who's really into paleo. Those people understand food as medicine. They understand inflammation. They're not going to go to a regular primary care doctor. They need to be going to your practice. And that's why you need to take steps to engage the local healthy restaurants, the health food store, the CrossFit, the paleo communities, all of these groups where you should be the center of that community. And we've got some starting points for you to be able to do that. And then the fifth and potentially most interesting part is local businesses. Business holds the key in how functional medicine can proliferate. In America, we have to learn to adapt to our environment. And one of the things that is different in America than almost any other medical system is that companies control medical costs and have a benefit, a real front line, bottom line benefit in saving healthcare costs. And your services could be super valuable to those businesses. But you have to have all of the other 4 pieces in place before you can go to businesses and provide a legitimate service to them. Now, if you like these ideas, but you find it a little bit overwhelming, I've got a special gift just for you, and that's a session with one of our Evolution of Medicine concierges. They're highly trained in helping to identify the best opportunities and solutions for your individual practice. So to book a time with one of the Evolution of Medicine concierges, please click on the link below. Thanks so much for your time today, and we'll see you next time.